Hello everyone. I received binoculars for repair and was asked to restore them, even if just a little. How do you see extending its life? It is very heavily oxidized, so it will be necessary because removing the oxidation, if it's even possible, won't prevent the body from oxidizing again over time. Essentially, these binoculars are already doomed, and I believe that investing a lot of time and money into it doesn't make any sense at all. I object, saying that it doesn't seem to be anything too terrible. But look at the lenses in the objective. You see all these little flowers here. This is growing through two lenses. And essentially, it is not that dirty, just so you understand. I mean, the lens is more or less clean, but because of all these reflections. In short, something needs to be done about it. I think it can't get any worse for these binoculars. I'll try to separate these two lenses, clean them thoroughly, and reassemble them. I have some epoxy. Of course, it won't be Canadian glue. There's a special kind used in optics, but I don't have it. But I think the glue I have will also work for these binoculars. So you see, the water is, well, not boiling yet. It's boiling on the induction stove. It does so quite quickly. And while the water isn't boiling yet, I'll set the lens. I won't show the entire process, as it is difficult to do with one hand, in a word. The water is boiling now, and the lenses need to be separated. They should come apart like this. I will need to put on another glove because the glass will be hot. Now only this colleague remains. Somehow we need to get rid of it. I think alcohol will handle it. So now we pour alcohol. And now I will wait for a while and try to see how easily this glue can be cleaned. Well, about 10 minutes have passed. Sport has become so murky. I won't do it anymore. Essence. There is essentially no glue left. Now you just need to rinse with running water, then continue to try scrubbing. Well, I washed it with water. All that's left is to wipe it well. I think the result will definitely be much better than the preliminary one. And so, there are two very most important surfaces for me, this one and this one. They are extremely crucial. You listed it very, very well. The defects and dust need to be removed, and this is not done very often, or rather rarely. I give. One drop, well, I don't know, maybe that's how the historian's throat, everything that is excess will come out. And press. Fingerprints are not that scary. They are on the outside. I can always manage to wipe them off. Make sure the lens does not go beyond the edges. 1 out of 2. And now we take such a lamp. And with this ultraviolet light, I will shine for probably about 20 minutes continuously, as I want to do it properly. Because if you don't shine enough, it might not set and could shift a little. So it's better to have patience. This is how it turned out. From the inside, or more precisely, the illumination is preserved. From the outside, it was as if it wasn't there. Well, the lens looks like new. Well, almost like new. That's how the binoculars look. Well, not the best. Lenses. Here the issue is the coating. It was damaged by fungus. There's nothing more I can do here. Well, on the left side, it turned out pretty well. But still, just so you understand, such old binoculars, if they are in terrible condition, and these binoculars were in very bad condition, the metal inside was oxidized. I cleaned it up a bit. But nevertheless, over time it will start to oxidize again. Therefore, essentially, it can already be thrown away. It probably should have been thrown in the trash and not sent for repair. The military needed this Zeiss binocular, so I took on the repair. Otherwise, I would have refused. A few more words about lens bonding. For example, it happens even with my Zeiss. Somewhere on the objective lens, in the middle or on the side, about 5 mm, a small flower-like pattern, the lens started to delaminate. Doesn't mean you should immediately try to separate them, because you might only make it worse. You should separate them in a situation where, well, you can't make it any worse. Like in this case, for example, I definitely couldn't have made it worse because I have come across such lenses. I don't even remember well if it was a Zeiss lens in the eyepiece. There is still adhesive in the lens. I needed to disassemble it, but it didn't work out. I boiled it, heated it in the oven to 200 degrees, and soaked it in various solvents, but I couldn't disassemble it. I don't know what material was used, but nothing worked for me. Therefore, you might also just fail, and only this flower, as I call it, might just get bigger. Therefore, you need to carefully consider all the pros and cons. Before doing such work,